someone next to you. Tell them good morning, good to see you. Welcome to Cornerstone Church. Good morning, good to see you. Welcome to Cornerstone. And then take your seats, you dear people. Saints, I'm going to talk to you about something very important. Do I have enough sound here, Joe? Yes, I do. Now, there was a story I'm going to share with you this morning. It's called Doughnuts. Would you say it with me? One more time. Doughnuts. Could you say that with me one more time? Man, I love doughnuts. Any kind of donut. I love the ones with the jam on the inside. Now, there was this particular gentleman by the name of John who went to the King Shaka International Airport, and he had a flight ready at a certain time, but he arrived a little early, and the flight had not yet arrived, so he went to the area where they have coffee and donuts. These little donuts, not the big ones, little ones. So he buys himself, John buys himself a cup of coffee and a little packet of donuts, and comes to the area where all the tables are placed, and he looks around and he cannot find an empty table. So he's got his coat, his bag, the donuts, and his coffee in his hand, and he's trying to find a seat. And somewhere on the far end there, he sees a table available, the only available table, but on that table there's one gentleman seated down. So he says, listen, I'm not going to stand here, I'm going to go sit on that table. So he goes there, gets to the table, leaves his coat on the chair, places his bag, packet, everything down, pulls up a chair, sits down, makes himself comfortable, opens up his coffee cup, takes a sip, and then reaches for the packet of donuts on the table. He opens the packet of donuts, takes out a donut, his favorite one, and munches delightfully into that donut, enjoying every moment, patiently waiting now for the plane to arrive. To his amazement, the man seated on the table reaches to the packet, pulls it towards himself, opens the packet, takes out the donut, and begins to eat it, and pushes the packet back onto the table. John cannot believe it. What has KZN come to? This guy has taken a donut out in front of me. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know whether to say anything. He's shocked. He doesn't want to say anything because he doesn't know if maybe this guy is a mental patient who no one knows. So he keeps quiet, afraid if he says something it can become explosive. So he keeps quiet. He says, okay, one donut. But he turns around, he says, I'm not going to leave this guy, and gives him that look. You touch this donut packet again. He stares at him, gives him that look, I'll kill you the next time. And he continues, and he's observing the things that are taking place. Then he takes his second donut out and is busy eating. And this time, he takes the packet and puts it close to his coffee cup and his hand so this guy can't reach it. As he's busy eating the second donut, the man opposite does the incredible. He stretches his hand this time right across the table, next to the coffee cup with the packet of donuts, and pulls the packet towards himself, opens the packet. And John's looking to see if he's really going to, and he takes the donut out, closes the packet, and pushes it back to John. And smiling now, he's munching on the donut. John can't believe what's going on. This is the second donut. This is a donut thief. And he's stealing the donut right in front of John. John cannot believe what's going on. So finally, The man opposite stands up, puts on his coat, grabs a hold of his bag, and does the most incredible thing. He reaches now to the donut packet yet again. This is the last donut in the packet. John's bottom jaw drops down. Hey guy, I can't be taking the donut. He reaches into the packet, this man, takes the donut out, breaks it in half. What the heck is he up to? He takes one half, he leaves it on the packet and pushes it to John. The other half of the donut, he shoves into his mouth. Smiles at John, turns around and walks away. John, that's it. I am never coming to KZN again. The people in this province are crazy. And he's thinking, does he think I'm going to eat that half donut he left behind? That's probably a virus-infested donut from the donut thief. I'm not going to touch that donut. And he looks at his watch and it's time for him to leave. So he gets up, puts on his coat, reaches down for his bag, and on his bag is John's packet of donuts that he bought. The man that was seated on the table with him was not stealing John's donuts. John was stealing his. The man on the table was actually sharing the donuts with John. And John all the time thought it was his. Would you give the Lord a big God bless you? So someone said, Pastor Mervin, that's an amazing story, but what has that got to do with anything on a Sunday morning? All the donuts belong to God. All the donuts belong to God. All the donuts belong to. And every month God gives us 10 donuts in a packet. And he said to us, one of those 10 donuts you give to your local church, where you are fed and taken care of spiritually. You take one donut and you give it to your local church. The 9 donuts you keep for your... Amen. And the people said, but someone said, Pastor, I cannot make it with 9 donuts. I actually need 11. The other brother sitting next to us said, hey, you need 11, I need 12. When you give God his donut, God will take the 9 donuts that you have and make it and bless it so that it will take care of the need, whether it's 11 that you need, whether it's 12 that you need. He will multiply the 9 to manage every single need you have financially in your home. Would you give the Lord a big God bless you? Come on. So what's the story of the mystery?